16-0, 16-0. Let's go though. Guys, you got to coordinate with Bulls. We're ready to go in the game. Alrighty, little boys and girls, old men and women, grandmas, grandpas, and everyone else have tuned in to watch what should be a pretty interesting game. It is day one, match one, map one. Well, it's a best of one, so it doesn't really count. But it is the first game of phase 2 of the ESL in the Premiership Masters Division Fall Season, phase 2. That is a long name indeed. It is going to be Eternal Esports facing on SemperX. Eternal Esports winning the 9th round, opting to start on the CD side. Not surprised there. Ooh, this is cheeky. This is cheeky. This is very cheeky. They're going to smoke for window and connector, and Antidote's going to be thinking that it's going to be people coming in over at mid, but instead, they're going to be barreling out from A. So the smoke's doing good work, but Antidote doesn't care. That USP of his is singing loud and clear, is tapping away. And everyone's dead. There's 2 players remaining alive. Antidote's looking for more. He's hungry for the ace. And 1 man remaining alive, but Kappa will end the reign of terror, and he unleashes one of himself, of his own, but he might be caught on reloading. Yes, he will. Amaterasu from behind takes down Kappa and Antidote. Okay then. That's a nice start to the game for the young lad. 4 headshots. I really like what SemperX did there, but the lack of the one smoke, the smoke at connector, there was a pretty big gap there. I'm not sure if they intended the gap to be there, but they weren't able to swarm him that well. But great work from Antidote to just kind of, use the edge of the wall to try and ensure that he was able to go for the 1v1 duels instead of just getting swarmed by multiple Glocks. So huge round for the Opera of Eternal Esports, although they have 2 Oppers. So what I'm curious about is if they stick, if they continue with that with a dual op setup that they're very known for, which I've seen so many times that it's getting little too predictable. And most teams should be aware of this fact. And here's the thing with SemperX, man, they've impressed me a lot. They have really impressed me a lot with what they've done. Like, this is a lineup. If you look at the players, you recognize almost all of them, and you'll be like, hey, yeah, I've seen these guys play in so many different teams. They played in teams like MXB, D2D, Brutality, they played for Invisible Wings, whatnot. Like, these guys have been everywhere. In the meantime, though, nice play from Buster and Kappa. Double team up, get a kill, get 2 kills, in fact, and now it's a 3v5. This anti-eco is looking very rough, and Markelon peeks out in the corner. Shabby gets his head punched in with a deagle. And now Blackhawk left in a pretty rough spot. He's got a FAMAS, but it's kind of low. And now Hellrange's got to do a lot of work. But look at where Kappa is. He's in a great spot. And Hellrange won't be expecting it, but Kappa's going to go for the duel. He's going to spray blindly. Does a bit of damage. All he's to do is just keep him at bay. And now we have the call for the save coming out. As Hellranger is going to be slowly falling back towards the B-bomb side. Blackhawk making his way towards Apps as well. But the hunt is on. They know they have 2 guns. They want to ensure they take it away. And look at Kappa. Very, very cognizant of where the 2 CTs are. He's waiting for backup. That's going to arrive in the form of Fox. They're making a lot of noise, but they're going to go for this right now. 3 players charging in. And it's going to be, well, Hellranger survives. He does survive with the UMP, but that's all he'll get because the rest of his teammates just get completely slaughtered. That is just an abysmal anti-eco and great work with SemperX. Tech 9s and Eagles, but using the man advantage, using the numbers advantage, just trying to swarm the players. And that's what happens when you're playing anti-eco. Like, there are multiple schools of thought as to how to go about it. And some people would ask you to play very passively, where you ensure that you don't give away, you don't go for early duels. But the problem with playing very passively, the way Eternal Esports did that previous round, was the fact that they just have no map control when you play it that way. You have no map control, and you can get isolated. and they weren't really playing crossfire setups apart from like a couple of guys over the A bomb side. So most of the players were kind of alone as well. And Antidote, nice tag. He's stuck on the drum, but he somehow survived. Oh! Okay, he gets the kill. He's kind of low, very ballsy from him as Blackhawk in the meantime, but the Desert Eagle, he answers back for his team. And all of a sudden now SemperX, 3 players left alive. They have the 2 Aegis and M4 to work with. Don't Kappa, even typing out in chat. You guys can see, but I can't even typing it out. That was a nice shot indeed. Yes, it was. Foxy with the flashbangs, making a lot of noise towards the A-slope area. And Blackhawk, you can just play distraction here. It's going to be Shabby, spots on 1 player. Sees that in hand, is going to fall back to a shadow. Now they have a very good idea where he is, but he's got backup in the form of Blackhawk speaking out wide. He's looking for the kills with a Deagle here. And it's going to be Antidote with the scout. Once again, gets another kill. Buster burns a man alive, but Shabby with a seize. That finds Foxy. 1 player remaining alive. It's Markelon all alone in a 1v4. Stuck inside a palace. 33 seconds, and he's just going to be falling back for the save here. Amaterasu already picking up the FAMAS top and mid. Hellranger. Is that a UMP from the previous round? Teasing out Markelon. He's holding the line. Hellranger spots him out. He's going to go for the fight, but Markelon will take him down. 3v1 now. Not really going to be going for the hunt here. They have AKs, M4, and FAMAS. Don't need to just give away these guns, because for SemperX, the money is going to look pretty rough here. Buster will have enough cash to go for a very comfortable buy. Foxy might as well. Oh, they're going to go for the late hunt. Antidote's going to get taken up with Chabby with a free fire around the corner. He's going to get the kill after the timer runs out. Oh boy, that's got to hurt. And Markelon has just got $700 to work with. That's not good at all. We might actually see a force buy, potential force buy come out from SemperX. Indeed we will. There we go. Markelon's got nothing to work with. $700 is going to invest that in the Desert Eagle. The Deagle. Did you know that in Counter-Strike 1.6, I'm not sure about Source, I don't remember it because I never played too much of Source. Never mind, Buster in the meantime opening things up. Hold on to that thought. So early man advantage being taken by SemperX here. Very back and forth game so far. So, did you know that in Counter-Strike 1.6, for those of you who probably never played the game, the gun names are different because they didn't have the official rights or something to name the game. So, to name the gun, so the AK-47 was called the CV-47. The Desert Eagle was called the Nighthawk. The M4A1, there was no M4A4 there. The M4A1 was called the Maverick. So, pretty interesting. Naming nomenclature. Nice flashbang. I'm just surprised. Wait, how did the hell die there? In the meantime, quick trades coming in. But this Yo, Kappa! This guy is just nasty with the Desert Eagle. Now Shabby left alone. He's got the M4, and they're going to be heading over to the B bomb side. Right call coming out from SemperX. A good read as well. And this is ridiculous now. They've been trading rounds. All the 4 rounds have been traded. And SemperX are going to win the force buy again. And this is just getting a little ridiculous. A little too much for my liking. Shabby. There's nothing he can do. He just needs to hold on to his gun here. And looking at how broken the money for Eternal Esports is, let's take a look at the cash real quickly. Hellranger is going to get $1,900. Blackhawk's going to have $2,600, and Antidote will have about $1,800. Amaterasu on 14, so there's barely anything to work with. But the Shabby saves us M4. We could see a force buy coming out. I mean, it just being a game of force buys. I'd be surprised if they didn't go for the force buy at this juncture. You can see Foxy just barreling up, trying to find a gun or at least pick up the kill. He's not going to find anything though. So just with a Tech 9, but that's okay. Round has been won. And he'll be dropped an M4 by Impale, who was phenomenal in the previous, I think it was phase 1, like last week. Impale was just out of this world. He was having some of the best games I've ever seen him. I think it was playing against Brutality, was it? And he was just unstoppable at the point. So, really looking to see what he does. He's been kind of quiet so far around. It's primarily been Kappa. And Markelon and Buster has been doing the brunt of the heavy lifting. But it's got to be a fast play towards B. Impale having a chunk taken out of him from that nade. And indeed, Eternal Esports have gone for the force buy. Hellranger at the edge very lucky to not get blinded, but it's so 4 people looking his direction, but Buster snaps around and rips his head off, but Mithras and Shabby, they reply back. This is a slaughter. Shabby finds 2, and all of a sudden it's all down to Kappa and Impale, but Impale will find a frag on the Shabby. Blackhawk and Mithras, they got the pistol to work with, the CZ, and the bomb is dropped as well. They're in a rough spot here. And the bomb is dropped way out in the edge. Nate's gonna sail in, not gonna do any damage. Oh, actually gonna take a bit out of Blackhawk, but he spots out Kappa and Amatros. Oh, he lines up the shot, he gets it right. It's all onto Impale now with the Desert Eagle. Goes for the shots. Swaps over to the with the UMP, but he's spotted out, and Amatros, what a shot, rips his head off. This is getting completely, this is becoming a circus, ladies and gents. Like, look at this, look at this. Eternal Esports win the pistol round. SemperX wins the force buy. Eternal Esports wins the force buy. SemperX wins the force buy. Eternal Esports wins the following force buy. So 5 rounds, and 4 rounds apart from the pistol round, and all these rounds have been won by the team forcing it up. And SemperX, of course, they're going to go for the force buy as well. But as the and they're getting reset every single time, by the way. Ooh, Impale gets taken out at 3 HP. The problem is when they keep getting reset like this, the money's not going to be great at all. 2 Tech 9s, 2 AKs, a Scout, and Impale's already down 3 points of health. He should be swapping his AK-47 out with either Kappa or Buster. You can see him making his way out top of mid. But both his other teammates on top mid, they have rifles to work with. So he's going to drop it either to Kappa or to Buster, both of whom are a slight distance away. Antidote with a flash for his teammate. The timing is pristine. Blackhawk will find Kappa. And that's a problem, because Impale is still very low. He's swapped over to the Scout to use the long distance, the range of the Scout to his advantage. And Antidote, I'm not sure if he's got spotted out. Maybe not. Foxy making his way inside of the ladder room. Blackhawk, Hellranger in the meantime, aggressing in, getting the kill, getting 2 kills in fact, and now this is a problem. They have a man in the B bomb, so that's Foxy. And he's gonna hear the man that's gonna be Mithras taken up, but now the bomb is dropped. Hellranger single-handedly getting 3 kills, shutting down B play all by his lonesome. He hears where the man is coming out from, and Foxy gets read like an open book. Hellranger picking up 4 huge kills. It's finally, this force buy ridiculousness has finally been put to rest, at least for now. And we might see an eco coming out, an actual eco coming out from SemperX. Finally. There we go. Glocks. A couple of flashbangs being purchased by Kappa. And we even see the AWP coming out in the hands of Mr. Antidote. Kappa's going to be tossing out 2 flashes towards on top, and here it comes the flashes. They're going to be pushing out from Palace. Blackhawk's going to make a lot of contact here. He's going to line up 2 Antidote. In the meantime, going huge, finds 2 kills. Blackhawk picks himself up a triple kill. A very, very comfortable shutdown there from Eternal Esports as they extend the lead by 3 more rounds, 5-2. SemperX, however, will be able to go for the buy. 4 AKs, the Galil on Kappa. One thing's for sure, it's been it's kind of been a ridiculous game so far. Antidote aggressing out towards Palace. I like what Eternal Esports are doing here in the buy rounds. A little different. It's a far cry from how they used to play the CD side earlier. A little bit more dynamic, trying to use that op and get the initial picks. And Kappa might fall here, but Antidote misses a sitter. He's gonna go for the re-peek, which is quite ballsy. And Kappa walking out again. Probably expecting Antidote to fall back to safety, and he gets punished for it. That has gotta hurt. I have no idea why he would re-peek out again, but oh well. Buster in the meantime pushing up towards Connector. Again, complete a relinquishing mid control, which in this at this juncture, it kind of makes sense because they are pushing towards extremities of the map. Like Hellranger is pushing towards B apps, getting some info plays. So it's a pretty cool thing what Eternal Esports are doing. Even if they give up a part of the map, they're trying to get control of another part of the map, more extreme ends of the map. Here we go. Markland's going to be flashing Buster in. And that's not going to take advantage of. That's curious. Okay. Instead, they're going to be committing towards the B bomb site. Hellranger waiting in a great spot. They haven't spotted him out yet. Matrosso taking the fight. He's going to get taken up by Hellranger's there. Laying it away by Markalon. Opening up the side. Buys lonesome. There's still a man though. It's Shabby. Gets the kill, but quick trade. Now it's a 2v2. How is this falling apart for Eternal Esports? As you see the long flank coming in all the way from B apps. So ended up with the AWP. I've seen pull off some crazy things. Spots out a guy. Just a sliver of the elbow. But now they know where he is, and Buster's holding the line. But this is a good bait. Foxy, is he going to check? Is the question. No, he's not. Buster's going to fall to Blackhawk. Now it's all on Mr. Foxy. He's got a double kill. Needs to get 4 kills to clutch that for his teammate. He's going to get a spray right. Finds Blackhawk. Now it's a 1v1 antidote with a 5-7. He's going to go for this. He's going to take the fight. Just rattle a couple of bullets, and he won't get the kill. Foxy will clutch it up, picking up a quad kill and the 1v2 clutch in the end, and picks up the op for his teammate. For Kappa, if I'm not mistaken. Or, all right. Impale's going to be wielding it. That's interesting. But Eternal Esports will be able to buy pretty convincingly. Hellranger going for the UMP. He's going to be Mr. Utility for the round. Weaponry, still not that great for SemperX. They just had one guy stay alive. It's never that good. Impale, he's got a great spawn. He's going for the off angle. Smoke blooms. Means he won't be able to do much. In the meantime, the rest of his teammates getting control of mid. Again, Eternal Esports, they're pretty happy just giving up mid control. Amaterasu, though, he's re-aggressing out towards the ladder room area. Mate's gonna sail in a little too deep to do much damage to Antidote. This is a pretty risky play for Turtle. Luckily for them, there's no one over at A making a play. And they will be rotating out a player, Amaterasu. In the meantime, just lurking all this while towards ladder room. Will pick up the first kill. Cap is going to fall. He's not going to reposition himself, just going to be sticking around the ladder room area, just ensuring that he's in a good spot for a retake if required. But the bomb is heading over to the A bomb site where there is one man that is impaled by the op. He's yet to find anyone. Slowly making his way out. Great peek. Finds Antidote. Now Blackhawk, he's got a lot of work to do. He is isolated. There's no one else to help him out. Already going to be checking the corner is the question. Blackhawk's looking the wrong way. Fox is going to get one kill. They're not expecting him, but he's going to get the spray right. Finds one, needs to move out of here, but he's going to get taken down by Foxy. A Shabby, not able to reply back in time. He spots out a player, gets the kill. That's a bomb down as well. 11 seconds. They got to get the bomb down here. And Shabby, he knows it as well as pushing out wide. Goes to the wall bang. Not able to land it though, but Hellranger's going to take it down. But now he knows where Impale is. It's a 1v1. Impale with Incendiary as well to work with and the op in hand. This is the first shot. Hellranger, the flashbang not quite working out. He needs to cross and over the UMP and no utility. That's not good at all, and he's gonna walk out, gets the initial shot and doesn't do much damage, and Impale gonna go for the no-scope, misses it, and Hellranger is gonna clutch it out. Trying to pick up the kit as well, which he will, and will get a defuse pretty comfortably in the end. Should be picking up the op as well for Antidote. And that is gonna be the round going away for Eternal Esports. That was a couple of shots that Impale really shouldn't have missed. He had him dead to rights. He had no utility remaining. He had a cross on over, just had a UMP, and Impale missing a couple of pretty simple shots, to be honest. And once he missed the first shot, I felt he could have played the bomb. He could have probably played the C4 because it was taking away. But the second repeat costing his life. And that is going to be round number 6 for Eternal Esports. And that is going to force SemperX to go for an eco. P250s all around, just a Glock on Buster, however. He's got no money. No money. No one's got any money, to be honest. The A smokes. Perfect flashbang. Shabby has no idea there's a guy behind him, and he's going to get taken out. It's a free M4 picked up by Impale. They might just get the bomb done, and that is, ladies and gentlemen, mission accomplished. Capple's going to fight Blackhawk, getting the smoke, walks out Hellranger, gets fouled out as well. What is going on? It's now a 2v2, and Antidote reads it perfectly, finds Impale. Still 2 more to find. Buster is not in a great spot. The nade is absolutely perfect. He gets taken down. All on SemperX's Markalon. 1v2. P250 and the Dream. And I think they have a very good idea where he's going to push out through the smoke, though. But Amaterasu will let him. Picks up a triple kill as well from around that looked... It looked a little rough. It looked a little shaky, to be honest. But Amaterasu replying back real quickly. I'm not a big fan of the anti-ecos in both these teams. And when they play face off against a team like Risky, that's going to hurt them. That's going to really, really hurt them. Impale with the op. Again, it's got a pretty decent spawn for Palace. But there's no Antidote to find him. Antidote going to be heading over. And Shabby's already aggressed out towards Underpass, alright? Buster, slowly snaking his way down. Gonna flash his way in. There is a man waiting for him. Shabby, but insta headshot. Let's just get insta gibbed. Shabby gets taken down. Hellranger trying to be sneaky, but Antidote in the meantime, he replies back with that op of his, ensuring that a man advantage has been neutralized for the time being. I think that's where Antidote shines a lot, is when he keeps floating around as an opera instead of just holding a site or just holding a spot. He's never been that great, in my opinion, just holding one site. And Impale, oh, this is very, very scary for both. Blackhawks walked up, and Impale is got a wide peek out, spots out Hellranger, and Hellranger should have conveyed information to his teammate as well. But Blackhawks going on a fact-finding mission here. Here comes the play. They need to cross on over. Amaterasu is holding the line. He's going to spot out the player. It goes for the spray. Gets the kill. There's still another man towards CD spawn. Impale. No one's marking Hellranger. And the best thing is Blackhawks here. That's huge. And they have no idea where Blackhawks going to be coming in from. He's flanking him all the way from Palace. And Hellranger's gone for the right call. He's asking his teammates to wait. Just wait. Hold on. We got time to work with. Antidote with the op towards connected, as Blackhawk is going to sneak in from behind. Finds Impale. The first man down. 2 more players to find. Just one guy remaining now. Markalon all alone. We're going to peek out wide. Goes to the spray. Won't find anything. Blackhawk will find the double kill. And that is going to be the round. That was a very well thought out retake from Eternal Esports. And Hellranger, credit where it's due, asking his teammates to just hold on for a few more seconds. No need to panic. They have a player flanking in from behind. And the second he struck, that's when the rest of the teammates just pushed in and went for the retake. A very comfortable one in the end there. SemperX get the bomb down, but third round loss bonus, bomb down bonus money, still not enough to go for a decent buy, so it's going to be Tech-9s. Maybe a little bit armor and some utility being purchased. There we go. Deagle, speed of 50s, Tech-9s. And now we see the infamous dual op setup from Eternal Esports. This time a little bit of a change up. Shabby with the op towards jungle, Antidote with the op towards CD spawn. Usually it's Shabby playing all the way from B short, as Antidote is going to find the first kill. But he's been smoked off. They need to cross on Nova. Shabby's holding a very tight angle, but he somewhat times it perfect. The flashbang, it does blind him, but it doesn't really affect him, does it? Now Shabby's looking for more spots. Another guy goes for a double scope, not able to quite land it, but he's going to spot out the last man remaining alive. Impale left alone with the Deagle, praying as Antidote is hungry for it, but Impale will impale him with the Desert Eagle. But Shabby's there for the quick trade, and we should be seeing the op being salvaged as well. The dual op setup will remain in play. All about utility, and they didn't go for a smoke towards jungle. Is curious. They haven't seen the dual op setup, so probably not expecting 2 ops. They probably thought, you know, Antidote likes playing from toll booth, so they probably didn't expect a double op setup, you know, and that too, the double op, the secondary op being in jungle. So SemperX being a little bamboozled there. And worst of all, they don't even get the bomb down. But it is going to be the full buy. AKs, a ton of utility. They got virtually everything. It's the entirety of the terrorist armory on their backs, apart from the AWP, just AKs. They don't want to really take the fight here against Shabby and Antidote, because obviously they'll have more advantageous positions being on the CD side with the op. Tactical timeout. Something which most Indian teams don't really take, I've noticed. They don't really like calling out for tactical timeouts, even though each team has 3 timeouts of 2 minutes each, the duration. Use it. It really helps. It really helps to reset your minds and, you know, just take a breather when things aren't working out. Those of you just tuning in, the first 5 rounds was absolutely ridiculous. Just very back and forth. It was 3-2 at one point, but SemperX seems to have lost the plot a little bit. Is it just me, or does Eternal Esports logo remind you of those 1980s anime, the mecha animes, with you know, like Voltron and all those old cartoons? It reminds me of one particular anime, like back in, I'm talking about like 1985, 86 anime. I forgot the name, but I'm not able to place it. Anyways, I'll probably Google that later. In the meantime, the dual up setup. And yep, here we go. This has pretty much been the bread and butter forever, and it's not necessarily worked out for them that often, to be honest. But Shabby, actually might catch someone off guard. He's going to go for the re-peek out, finds another one. Everyone's blind, but Foxy will recover from the flashbang in time. But Shabby's done his job. He's got 2 kills. Now, Foxy might not be expecting 2 players to be waiting towards the B-bomb, so he hasn't spotted a single player out. And look at where Hellranger is. This is great positioning. And Hellranger, all to do, just get this kill. Foxy has no idea, back turned, gets taken down, and I'm going to throw us all the way towards the deep B apps, and just like that, it's again 2v4. And things have gone from rough to bad to what in God's name are we going to do right now? This is a great position for Blackhawk as well. But Impale, okay. Alright then. Great shot. But the backs returned. And that means Hellranger gets himself a free kill. The bomb yet to get planted. Smoke towards CD spawn. All on Impale. Who has been quite impressive of late, but he's got to go Super Saiyan mode here. This is not gonna be easy. The Triangle of Doom is set. A very obtuse triangle, but a triangle nonetheless. He needs to take a fight. He needs to get a kill. And Antidote, he's not going to miss those shots. Walks straight into his crosshair. Antidote gets a kill. Thank you very much. Round number 10 for Eternal Esports. SemperX. Max loss bonus, but Tech 9's an armor. Or are they going to go for the Force? They're going to go for the Force. They're going to go for the Force. They're done with this. They need to get at least a couple more rounds here. Looks like it's going to be an A-set play. Blackhawk's there, just hugging the wall right above Shadow. And he's got Antidote and Shabby, 2 ops. But the smokes could play havoc. That Incendiary is going to be really helpful here. Flashes raining in, counter flashes, counter Molotovs. Baka's completely blinded, but just staying put here. And is in a great spot. An Antidote! This guy doesn't care. He's still going to get the kill. He's looking for more. Going to go for the jump shot. Gets 1 more. Blackhawk strikes as well. And Antidote, there's no stopping him. Finds 3 kills on top of the toll booth. Smokes be damned. Alrighty then. 11-3. And SemperX just getting... It almost feels like they're running out of ideas at this point right now. I'm just surprised there was no one marking towards toll booth. I mean, if you smoke it off and looking at the way the tendency of Antidote to go for those shots, just jumping on top of the toll booth, he likes playing that way. Just go for the spray, toss in a few nades, or maybe just, I don't know, have a guy marking it all the time. Instead, they get destroyed. Or you get spotted out. Foxy is trying to hunt him down. And those nades are gonna do a bit of damage. Antidote. Shabby. Timing is... It's all about timing. What a flick shot. Finds Buster. And Blackhawk is very, very aware there's a player nearby, but Impale, he's still going to win the duel. He's still looking for more. He's all alone, and if he can sell this fake all by his lonesome, his teammates can make their way towards the B-bomb side. But this flash is going to be a giveaway. And that's going to stop Amithrasur right in his tracks. I'm not sure why they made so much of noise. Well, Amithrasur is going to find a kill. Impale finds one. Kappa's going to get the kill, but now the bomb is all on one guy. 45 seconds. And Hellraiser with a fadeaway headshot on the Kappa, leaving it all on Impale. 21 HP. He has no idea where the other player is, and Shabby from behind will assassinate him. And that is going to be the half. 12-3 for Eternal Esports from what was an absolutely ridiculous, just a ridiculous beginning to the game. Eternal Esports kind of putting their stamp of authority all over the game and making it a 12-3 half. Although a couple of rounds were kind of close, the clutches did go the way of Hellranger and his men. We do have a tactical timeout getting called by Eternal Esports. No surprises there. They're a team that loves their timeouts, especially for the pistol rounds. I think this is the only team I know who takes a tactical timeout for the second pistol round. Every single time, whether it's CT or T. And it's pretty cool because you get to see some thought out executes. I think they're the best, like whichever team Hellranger plays in, have the best thought out pistol rounds in the country. I've had even some of the teams from Dubai say like, yeah, the pistol rounds are annoying as hell to play against. Sometimes it doesn't pan out, the execution falters, or maybe someone else pushes in and just like destroys you. But then again, I like the fact that they try doing something different. It's pretty cool. Twelve to three. SemperX, they got a lot of work to do. They got to win the pistol round, and then they need to win the anti-eco rounds, which is a problem for them earlier. Well, it was a problem for Eternal Esports as well. But this is looking rough. Buster and Marklon been having a rough day. Impale and Foxy, 10 frags, 9 frags. But Eternal Esports, especially Antidote, 18 frags for him. 13 a piece of Shabby and Hellranger, and 15 for Blackhawk. We do seem to have a technical issue. Hellranger seems to have timed out. Twelve to 3. Technical issues. Hellranger seems to have timed out. Unfortunate. Indian ISPs. Indian power issues. Can't help it. It's something which we all face. A couple of days back, I didn't have internet for 12 hours, and I have one of the best connections in the country, and it was so depressing. It was so scary. All right, he's back. Hell's back. We should be able to resume the game. All right, so Hill's back. Eternal Esports at timeout's still there. Hopefully that gets done quickly soon. Let's take a look at the chat. That's what's happening in the chat. I usually don't look at the chat. I do apologize. I'm not like Archie. Archie loves the chat. I'm more into the game. So what's happening here? Timetable for the next matches. Amit Yadav. I'm not sure. You can ask the ESL guys. It's there every day. 7 o'clock on the dot on this channel, or you can tune it at 2:30, I think, in the afternoons for the matches which happen on TV. So there are 2 games that happen every day. One at 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon, and the other one, that's of course shown on D-Sports on television, and the other one is the one being streamed right now on YouTube. So that's that. Roni Aslam, Blaze So Strong next stream. What time? Tonight. I'm going to be playing some CS tonight. I'm going to be playing some CS. Some So Strong next games against the best players in the continent, against Bentet, against Xcurate, against Impression, all these players from China, from Indonesia, from Singapore, and I'm going to get destroyed. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun getting destroyed. Here we go, though. We are back with the game. Which net do I have? I have 100 Mbps ACT connection, ACT. And is this live? Oh, it is live, I guess. There we go. Blackhawk's gonna get the first kill. Rough here. I'm not sure what we're doing, but Kappa! Great tap. As Impale is going to come alive with USP. One guy remaining alive, and Kappa is going to snap to his head. Hellranger is going to fall. Until Esports, they had a plan in mind, but in the end, they got wrecked. Nothing they could do. SemperX, they win the pistol round. Now, here's a real test. Can they survive against the pistols? Can they survive against a Tech 9 and armor? Can they do it? Because they haven't earlier. Here we go. For those of you just tuning in, look at that. 1-1, lost one. 1-1, lost one. 1-1, lost one. That's how it's been for the first 5 rounds. So let's hope that SemperX can withstand this. Aggression from Foxy. Goes to the spray duel. He's regressing out again. Not really required. He's going to make his way to safety before Shabby stabs him in the back from behind. Kappa trying to jump spot and find something. But man advantage established by Foxy. Kappa spots out a player. Kind of a weird Molotov there. Amaterasu. I think Amaterasu as a player has been someone who... Uh-oh. I think we have a timeout. But the round is live, so I don't think we're going to have a restart here. But I think it should be joining back real quickly here. What was it saying? Amaterasu has been a player who has had, in my opinion, the most promise. He's one of the more older players in the scene. And I've spoken to him a lot of times at many events. I've played... Well, I haven't really played with him that much, but he's one of the smarter players, one of the more composed, calmer, and more cerebral players in the Indian scene. But I've always felt that he's never really, fulfill his true potential as a player. I'm just waiting for him, just to go super hard carry mode, just to live up to the potential that he has. Because trust me, this guy has potential. I mean, he's legit. Shabby, in the meantime, will walk straight to his death, and he's dead. 12-5. SemperX stringing a couple of rounds together. They survive the scare. They survive the anti-eco. And that means the full eco now for Eternal Esports. And for them, it's all about trying to get the bomb down. And for SemperX, it's about ensuring that they don't get the bomb down. Let's see what they do. Hellranger with the P250. Okay. And the copy. That nade's gonna take a chunk out of them. Oh, maybe not. Avoids it. Incendiary to follow up. They're actually gonna be forced back. But incendiary from Foxy. And Foxy's keeping Hellranger at bay. This is good work from him. And he hears a lot of plays coming out. The nade's gonna sail out, and that's gonna... Ooh! 4 players take a lot of damage. That's like easily close to 100 damage total. And he's gonna line them up. He finds 2. He's looking for more. Runs out of bullets. Should be careful. No, he's gonna get glocked. Amaterasu with the Glock in the face, but Buster and Impale are there to shut it down. The M4 might be lost. Yes, the M4 is lost, unfortunately. But they survived the round without losing any more players. Interesting. Foxy with the op. You don't see it that often. I mean, I guess he's playing the spawn. He's got a good spawn for mid. Wild of a shot. Timing is off. Tosses in the incendiary between the smokes. As Blackhawk has made his way. And a smoke. EU smoke. EU smoke. In the meantime, they're opening up the A bomb site. There's just 1 player remaining in the A bomb site, and everyone's just dead. Getting completely destroyed. Kappa and Impale have a lot of work to do. Shabby's going to find Kappa, and just with like that, Impale is all alone. And Antidote knows where he is. He has a very good inkling as where Impale is. I'm not sure why he's going for the hunt, though, because he's very low. Nate's going to sail in. Antidote in the smoke, just wrapped on a few bullets. Impale finds one. Won't be expecting the second guy right behind him. But Antidote, is he going to push into the smoke? Yes, he is. Finds Impale. And that is going to be the first round on board for Eternal Esports on their T side. 13-6 will be the scoreline. SemperX, however, money is not good. They're going to go for the force, though. The 6-skin Markelon, is he going to go for the op or no? M4. Utility. Foxy will have to make do with a 5-7. This is not looking good for SemperX. This is not good for SemperX at all. They need to go for some plays here. And they are going for some plays. Markelon's push up all the way towards Palace. Is getting a bit of information. Once again. Smoke for Connector from Blackhawk. No, he's having second thoughts about it. This 5-7 at this position can do a lot of damage. It's a very viable weapon for this part of the map. Smoke's going to be coming in. Foxy tossing. There we go. He's going to push in as a question because he can't. There's incendiary there. The 3 players just pushing up towards short. This is pretty well coordinated. And Impale, he whips all his shots. But he gets the kill. And the Blackhawk somehow survives on 6 HP. There's still a guy in the side though. There's going to be, Kappa, not able to find a single kill. Gets taken down. And here comes Foxy with the 5-7. He might be able to pick up the force as well and inflict a little bit more damage. Backup is arriving as well. He's got to get the kill. No, he's not going to take him down. But trades, no trades coming in. It's all on Markelon. Markelon and Buster. Buster in a rough spot. He's got to push out through the smoke. Bomb's still not down. Now he got the bomb planted. And Hellranger ready and waiting. Finds Markelon. Hellranger is taking heads, asking no questions. 14-6, and SemperX's money is in a dumpster. They're broke. Decision time. Eco. Let Eternal Esports get to 15 rounds and then go for the buy, or go for the force buy and risk everything on this round. And the answer is right there in front of you. 3 UMPs, the Deagle, and the 5-7. I've always felt for Eternal Esports, their weakness has been on their C side. The T sides have always been pretty good. They got some pretty great openers. They had to do just walking in, just walking in, and unfortunately, he's gonna get taken down while holding the Molotov in hand. But quick trade comes in, and it's all in Kappa with the Desert Eagle, and that force buy has got completely destroyed. Amaterasu spots at Kappa, trying to be cheeky through the edge of the smoke, and that is gonna be match point for Eternal Esports. One more round, and SemperX, well, they gambled everything in that force by the previous round, and with that, they have nothing remaining to work with. Two UMPs, 3 5-7s. They got to go for some Hail Mary plays now. That's the only option they have. Blackhawk has been going for some cheeky... That is How many smokes does he know for connected? That's some pretty nice smokes. Won't lie. Shabby getting hunted down, but he's going to find one spot on another guy. But Fox is going to get the kill, but the trade comes in real quickly from Athras, so they get ult on the Kappa. And there you have it. One man remaining alive against 3 players. Bomb still looking a little undecided, but it looks like they're going to be going towards A bomb side here. I still have no idea where he is. He can pick up a gun if fortune favors him, but they're making a lot of noise now. He hears 2 of them. He's gonna peek out, but Hellranger ready and waiting. His 7th sense or 6th sense tingling, and he spots one. Gets to kill. 16-6 will be the final scoreline. There you have it. GG, well played, being called by both the teams, and a pretty convincing affair in the end from Eternal Esports. They didn't seem to break a sweat after they started stringing a few runs together on their CD side, late in the CD side. So there you have it. GG, well played, and that's it from my end for today. I will see you guys tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon. Do tune in for more CSGO action of the ESL Premiership, and this time on television. My name is Blair. If you guys enjoyed the stream so far, do drop a follow as well on the a subscription rather to the ESL India's YouTube channel, and you can of course follow me on my Twitter at @officialblake, because I'm a shameless sellout like most of us here in this country. GG, well played. Adios.
Well, certainly Eternal Esports' day in the first ever CSGO game of the fall season's August session in the ESL India Premiership 2017, brought to you by Omen, by HP, HyperX and Zawi, by BenQ, and organized by JMD Gaming. Now 16-6, the final scoreline definitely paves things in favor of Eternal Esports. So now moving ahead, we have a Dota 2 match in the offing, JMD Gaming versus Team XRG. So let's quickly take a look at both the teams here. Now starting with XRG here, they're a Mumbai-based team, one of the oldest Dota 2 teams in the scene, led by Mihir Kondi Shroff. XRG has been at the forefront of recognizing Dota 2 talents, including Dwanit Negi Negi and Jeet 50 Kundra. They attended the summer season finale, but could not enjoy much success there, and they're definitely hoping to change their fortunes this time around. Now the opposition here, the team from Kolkata, Team JMD Gaming here. Now, Team JMD Gaming is a pretty interesting team, because first of all, let me tell you guys before we go off into the game itself. There was a massive rainfall which occurred in Calcutta, and 2 of the players of JMD Gaming sadly cannot join us, so they have sought the help of subs here. So a little bit about the team here. They're based, like I said, they're based out of Kolkata. They've enjoyed victories in the local Dota 2 scene, but they are yet to taste success in the ESL India Premiership. Unfortunately, in the fall season, July session of the Dota 2 Master League, the team experienced a mixed campaign. They played 5 matches, of which they won only 2 by the time it was already late for them. A win today will definitely start things on a good note. for them. So will JMD Gaming change their fortunes, or Team XRG will take home the glory and the victory? We'll find out soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESL India Premiership. It's a new, it's a new phase. That's what it is. It's a new phase phase isn't the word. I don't know. This is the second time we're going at it. It's phase 2, so to say. And today we've got XRG Gaming facing off versus JMD. My name is Vivek. I'm your caster, and I'll be taking you through today's wonderful game. JMD Gaming, they're playing with a couple of stand-ins, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not entirely sure. They did have a couple of internet issues, but hopefully it should be sorted out soon enough. And quick look at the draft. We're seeing an Earth Spirit ban coming out. So they probably know what XRG is capable of with that hero. While they banned out the Nyx, this could bait one into believing that we're seeing an OD being picked up somewhere down the line. But Nyx just by himself is a potent foe that might deserve a ban. Underlord and Venomancer, the two bans coming out from XRG. Pretty much the Indian meta, if anything. A lot of focus going out and banning these two heroes. The question is, what do JMD open with? And they're going to open with the Lich. So there's one aspect of the international that stayed on in terms of meta in the Indian scene. It's the Lich as well as the Shaman. Indian teams love the Shaman, love the Lich. Lich pretty much helps the lane. And if you're making sure that your offlaner gets off to a good start, has more EXP, or is keeping up in terms of levels with the enemy safe laner, you're pretty much enabling your own mid game just by one spell, that sacrifice on the Lich. But XRG, they're going to respond with the Clockwork. This is most likely going to be a 4-position Clockwork. And second pick, they're looking for a 5-year. They could do Rubik, they could do Shaman. They go with the Rubik. Wow. It's one way of getting a draft, right? Call out multiple heroes and hopefully you'll one of them will get picked. Next pick for JMD, they've got that 5 in the form of the Lich. You're probably looking for a roaming support. A Sand King is a tempting option. And you can chase Burrow Strike out of Cogs. It's dirty. You might get pushed back by this Cogs early on, but it is something to help you deal with the lockdown coming out from the Clockwork. He's generally a good roaming. He's a good roaming forward. He can be a 3 if need be. The problem though is XRG has the Rubik, which could easily steal Burrow Strike. Alternatively, you're looking at Slara. The Nyx was banned out by JMD themselves. You could see a Monkey King. Not a fan, but it is an option. There have been a significant amount of nerfs to that hero. I mean, Wukong's command, those extra monkeys that you end up summoning do not bash. Bash doesn't proc. Instead of getting that added damage bonus in Wukong's command, you're only getting a little bit more of HP and armor. And yeah, but Boundless Strike does a little bit more damage. The crit multiplier increased by 0.1. And yeah, we're going to see the Sand King. So both teams being ambiguous about that draft. And this is where XRG and JMD are going to ban out heroes that, excuse me, they're going to ban out heroes that they don't like playing against. Possibly Alina, maybe an Invoker, maybe even a Viper. It's Indian teams, this is when we take time to ban our mid heroes that we don't like going up against.
5 seconds remaining. Entire team ban.
And yeah, we're going to see that TA getting banned out. Excuse me. TA does well versus Puck. Now JMD might be forced into thinking,
10 seconds remaining.
Should we ban out the Puck? Puck Grow is still a possibility. What do we look at banning out? Are we going to ban out the Invoker? Is XRG known for the Invoker? But no, they're going to ban out the Bloodseeker instead. XRG's turn to ban. Is there any other mid hero that makes their life miserable? If they are indeed looking at a Puck, what could be a nuisance for a Puck to deal with? Or you could just see the Necrophos getting banned out. He's very strong, very much in the meta. So that is one possibility that XRG might have to consider. Yeah, a lot of folks were asking me earlier, and even I was really looking forward to this. The match is supposed to be Signify versus Go Figure, but apparently Go Figure have an emergency. I don't know what the exact cause is, but yeah, that match is going to get postponed. But if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow is Signify versus Aggressify, and that's going to be an exciting matchup. Aggressify coming into phase 2 without a single loss. I mean, in phase 1, cycle 1, they didn't lose a single game. They didn't drop a single game. And they're coming in with a lot of confidence after their 2-0 win versus Go Figure earlier on yesterday in the Asus ROG Masters. ROG, wow. Am I seeing a Tinker getting banned out? Okay. I can see the logic behind this. You ban out Storm. Storm is one of those heroes who can move into the trees and catch the Tinker with his ball lightning. And JMD, they're not going to let it slide. They're not giving the Tinker away. Is XRG going to reveal their main hero here? Is it too soon? Or maybe they just look at their off lane. Possible off laners that do well. You could do Centaur. The Centaur's always in the pool. Then you got Legion Commander. I like the Legion. But with Ice Armor on the side of JMD, it could be a bit of a problem. If the Lich is around to help out his teammate. It's not going to be the easiest duel. And if JMD want to, they could follow up with a Silencer pickup and send the Sand King to the off lane. Just ensuring that there's a global silence immediately after XRG get the duel off, so there's no follow-up coming out from XRG, and the duel is pretty much wasted. But yeah, I like the Legion, not for the simple fact that he's a core that scales really well, but because of the sort of impact he can have in lanes. He's pretty self-sustainable, should be fine until the 5-minute mark, and could be making life real difficult for JMD safe lane. They're going to go with the Juggernaut. So still keeping things vague, I like the Juggernaut pickup. It's a core that pretty much fits into any lineup, and they can really work their way around this. That draft has a little bit of push. You got an elusive core who's not going to struggle all that easily versus JMD's off-laner. Question is, do JMD... Okay, so they go with the Shaman. Now they're giving it away. This is an off-lane Sand King, and we're going to have Juggernaut going up versus the Sand King. What I'd really like to see XRG do on the Juggernaut is make a small adjustment. Pick up a couple of clarities, put a point into Healing Ward early on, maybe more than a point. And this could also be one of those games where you go Soul Ring or an early Aquila on the Juggernaut so that you can keep yourself healthy with the Healing Ward, apply pressure on the Sand King. This is what Blizzard likes to do on Signify. I mean, he's a 6 player on the side of Signify. You got to adapt with your starting items, and I'd really like to see that small adjustment come out from the Juggernaut, just so that he's sustainable in lane and can pretty much bully the Sand King out. Maybe even early detection, some sentries or dust to get that early kill on the Sand King. It's very doable with the supports on the side of XRG, namely the Clockwork and the Rubik. And now I'm confused. This could be support Kunkka or a core Kunkka. It's unlikely it's a core Kunkka. It just means that we're going to see an offlane Clockwork instead. And in immediate response coming out from JMD, they're picking up the Ursa Warrior. And it could be problematic for Ursa in general this game. A lot of abilities to kite him. You got the cogs, you got telekinesis, you even got the Ram coming out from the boat. Going to make sure that XRG are healthy and kite the bear a little while longer. Last ban for XRG. This is probably going to tell us if that's a mid Kunkka. I haven't seen anyone play mid Kunkka. I'm just being optimistic here. It's in all likeliness is going to be a support Kunkka. We're seeing a Puck getting banned. Possibly XRG looking at picking up the Invoker. They do have last pick. So the opportunity to respond to JMD's mid lane is an option to them. JMD, what did they not want to go up against in the mid lane?
5 seconds remaining.
So quick look at JMD's lineup. They've got a little bit of team fight. They've got pushed. They've got a core in the form of the Ursa that really peaks in the mid game. They've obviously got Roche taking potential with the Ursa and the Lich. What are they missing? You know, honestly, Tinker would be nice, but they banned out the Tinker themselves. They're going to ban out the Razor, possibly giving on the idea that they're going for the OD here. It's going to be the Viper. Okay. So, this is at least going to dissuade XRG Gaming from for going for something like the Lina. Maybe if XRG wanted, they could pick up a Quap.
10 seconds remaining.
Quap sorted is okay versus Viper, but needs a fair amount of help. And the help is there in the form of the Kunkka, the Rubik, and maybe even the Clockwork. So you got Queen of Pain, Invoker, and OD. It's going to boil down with what XRG are comfortable with in the mid lane. I would like a Quap, but they're going to go with a Sniper instead. Wow. Mino on the Ursa needs to get his blink ASAP so he can close the gap and jump on the Sniper Zeus is going to need points in that Burrow Strike to make a gank happen in the mid lane, or maybe a timely smoke. And if JMD Gaming somehow managed to shut down the sniper early on, it is horrible playing the sniper from behind. In all my pubs, there's always a sniper who's playing from behind. And I mean, what can you expect when you fifth pick sniper and there are already 3 cores on your lineup? But this is XRG Gaming. These are the big boys. I don't expect any silliness like that to take place.
10 seconds
But
remaining.
if in case the sniper is not off to a good start, it could be a pain. Viper should be able to do well. It's not going to be easy for him to bully the sniper out of the lane, but he should be able to get his own farm at the very least. And he should be fine. Looking at the other lanes, you've got Shaman and Ursa. The question is the Lich going to be going to the offlane to help out the Sand King? That really makes the safe lane rather weak. They could try and kill the Clockwork, but it's not going to be easy. If you aren't on top of him, he could get the cogs off and manage to escape that gank. So it's going to be really crucial which lane this Lich is going to have impact in. If he fails to secure the offlane, it's not going to be worth it picking up a Lich early on. And maybe don't have the customary pause as soon as we load into the game, but I'm going to run through the lineups here. We got XRG Gondi on the sniper, Kunkka being played by QWE, Juggernaut in the hands of Shondi, Rubik being played by Zaffetto, Kunkka. Okay, I said Clockwork. I meant Clockwork being played by QWE, Kunkka being played by Blue Frog. While on the other side of the river for JMD, the boys from Kolkata, we've got Mamacita playing the Viper, Lich being played by Say My Name, Ursa in the hands of Mino, Shaman being played by Artista, and that leaves us with Zeus on the Sand King. Yeah, I'm really curious to see which lane this Lich is going to prioritize. Is he going to just sit in the safe lane and maybe get the safe lane off to a good start? Or is he going to try and enable the Sand King as much as possible? For now, he started out with 2 observer wards and 1 sentry, probably looking to get the D ward off in the off lane and help out the Sand King. That's what I'm guessing. Mid lane, Viper versus the Sniper. Excuse me. Yeah, the Sniper still not Tango's full time. Just he's got that fairy fire that's gonna help him out if he decides to trade early on versus the Viper.
Savage wrecked.
Juggernaut does have that one clarity. He's going into the permanent shield early on, but the damage coming out from Caustic is magical. So I'm not really a fan of the PMS pickup. It could be good versus the Ursa and the Viper later on in general, but does he really need it in lane? It's not going to help too much versus the Lich either. So I'm not entirely convinced on trying to build an early permanent shield. Got a fair amount of consumables. Could have, I don't know, I'm wondering what could he have gone for instead of the poor man shield. Say My Name does get that observer off in the mid lane. Zeus starting out with the boots, he's gonna have that little bit of movement speed. No double mango, trying to rush into the tranquils as soon as possible, which can work. Sand King does have a significantly reduced mana pool. They basically took away his mana talent, which used to come in at level 10. So he's playing from a little bit of a deficit in terms of mana, the hero in general. I like Arcane Boots personally. Maybe the Sand King goes back for a Soul Ring. He's trying to contest the rune. The Lich did get that deep observer of blocking off the camp. Zeus is holding on to his skill point.
The battle begins.
It's a quiet start. 2 bounty runes aside. Lich helping out Viper in the mid lane by denying that range creep. And now he's moving into the off lane, possibly trying to do the same once more. But yeah, Sacrifice has quite a heavy cooldown. He's a Fetter, he's got the point in Telekinesis. Kunkka hanging around the mid lane with the point in Torrent, trying to get Gondi off to a good start. Clockwork, he should be fine. Yeah, Mino's moving in. The cogs on time, the QWE, good presence of mind there. They were attempting to set up a gank on him. T-Star does have the point in shackles and now he goes. The cogs on cooldown. Mino turns for the creep for a moment. He's got Fury Swipes at level 1. QWE drops the GG branch and gets back. Well, he's about to get back to full HP. One range creep less, this Radiant creep wave should be pushing in. It's really crucial versus Lich that you're on point with your pulls. Otherwise, you're just giving away a lot of EXP to the offlane. Zephyr though, he's trying to position himself aggressively. The Torrent will connect Zephyr hanging around. He's got the telekinesis, lifts him up. Shondi with the play fury, there should be a kill. And first blood it is. Shondi picks it up. Sand King. Still only level 1, but there's a nice creep wave pushing in. Should get his 2 on the back of this. Good Torrent coming out from the Kunkka there. Blue Frog with the boots, trying to replicate some of the same success in the mid lane. The mid lane's going pretty horrible for Condi. Mamacita just walks up to his high ground and does a little bit of damage. Ideally, when he turns back to hit creeps, that's when you need to drop Shrapnel and get a couple of hits off. But he's put 2 points into the corrosive skin, so it's not going to be easy for Condi. And Viper. What a pesk. A hero that wins lanes but not games, and Mamacita proving it just now. Blue Frog comes in, 1 point in X. He's got the turn to follow it up. The Shrapnel will fall. Gondi taking a fair bit of damage. Mamacita wants to turn. Gondi dropping low. He wants to TP out there, but he just can't. Mamacita could possibly even get a little bit of damage done on the Kunkka. But turns back, goes up to the high ground, pops the salve and resumes the lane. Meanwhile, top lane, action all across the map. Atisha with the shackles, Mino low on the mana, but this time he's trapped in the cogs with the Clockwork. Doesn't get the kill, but they are applying a fair bit of pressure. Clockwork does have a salve, so he's going to heal up. And 2 minutes to go until the shrine comes online. Blue Frog, he's chosen to put the point into the Torrent as opposed to the X marks the spot at level 3. This is going to make sure that his Torrent does a little bit more damage, but he's missing that extra range that X marks the spot gives you at level 2. Three minutes in, 1-1 is the score. It's quite a start across the map, but it looks like JMD are all around doing a lot better in the lanes. Viper crushing the mid lane. Sand King did die once, but he is making a recovery. I mean, he's got the Lich to help him out, and he can comfortably CS under his own tower. Those are also doing rather well, pulling ahead of the Juggernaut. QWE, not sure what he was doing there behind the Dire Tier 1. But he gets away scot-free and he's getting closer and closer to his level 4. Invisibility. Lich moving to the mid lane with the invis room. He's got a sentry as well. Gondi not expecting this. Starts out with the cross blast and Mamacita's there with the Viper Strike. There's no respite for the sniper. The Torrent comes in, but Mamacita just turns back and spits a little bit of pan on top of the Rubik. X marks the spot, but Mamacita doesn't care. I mean, this lane is a disaster for the sniper, and right now XRG have one core, a very important one who's playing from behind. It was XRG who had last pick, and this was their response to the Viper. It doesn't seem to be working out for them. And because of this, you got Blue Frog, who's pretty much going to sit himself in the mid lane, just hoping to keep the sniper alive. That's going to starve him of levels as well. Rubik has made a rotation to the mid lane. All this is space for the Sand King as well as the Lich. And look at them, they're applying pressure on Shondi, forcing him to last hit under his own tower. He has got the Quelling Blade, so it's not going to be all that difficult for him. But look at this, Zeus just skips the creep wave. And you basically got two supports on the side of XRG parking themselves in mid. Shondi with the Blade Fury. Sand King is just going to Butter Strike. JMD, Artista, undercover smoke. They won that sniper once more. Rubik and Kunkka left him all by himself in the mid lane. And this old man might just fall once more. Artista drops the ward. Gondi senses that something is not right. Meanwhile, in the off lane, you got Shondi moving in. He's not got mana for the Blade Fury. They might get the kill on the Lich, but I'm not sure if it is worth it. Shondi dropping ridiculously low. Here is Zeus with the Butter Strike. The caustic might not be enough. Zeus can turn around if he wants to. Does have Butter Strike coming off cooldown in a couple of seconds. But didn't feel the need to force the issue. He's going to go back to farm. Turns around. You see the Butter Strike onto the Kunkka. Zeus playing with fire. Zepetto. Say my name, moving in. He's got the Frost Blast. He's got the movement speed as well with the mid lanes. This could be a death on the Kunkka. And indeed it is. He overstayed his welcome. And he did end up getting punished there. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Artista, he's parked himself. He's waiting in the mid lane patiently for Gondi. Gondi really needs his boots. I see why the Aquila, because maybe he thinks he's going to get a little bit more of shrapnel off. But that shrapnel isn't doing too much to Viper at this point. It's not zoning him out of the lane. And it's not helping him farm. He's queued up the boots now, so should have it flying out to him in a bit. Meanwhile, QWE in the off lane, moving into the trees. He's got the cogs, starts out with the battery assault, no mana for the cogs, but he gets himself out of the Mino. Could die here. The battery assault is still ticking down, but Ursa's got the enrage. He pops the cogs on the clockwork, but he gets the bear with him. And Ursa needs to toggle the aggro, but he's got a sal. He's got 10 stick charges as well. Who am I kidding? I'm not going to go down there. I'm going to drop the net worth. You see Viper sitting at the top. And the kills do add up. It's not just last hit. Speaking of kills, a little bit of action in the Radiant safe lane. Zeus being controlled with the X-Mark spot. He's been pulled back. He's looking to just TP out of there, and it looks like he's successfully going to get out. Meanwhile, QWE goes down a second time. XRG, they're crumbling in the lanes. They want something in return, but it might just be Zepetto who goes down once more. Artista with the right click gets the kill. JMD, 8 minutes in, 6-2. They mark their stamp of authority across the lanes. And they're off to a wonderful start. Not so sure why Sand King has a Quelling Blade. But okay. He's got that point in Sandstorm as well. So it's not going to help him too much, but oops, I caught that. I caught that QWE. I can't even say that was done to farm because that didn't do any damage to the creeps. He just committed his hook shot hoping to find the shaman, but there were creeps right in front of him. Yeah, maybe if it connected, he could have gotten the kill. Speaking of kills, Zeus being controlled, being brought down. Say my name. Woefully out of position. He's got 2 points in the Frost Blast. Getting closer and closer to his level 6. Could bait them to chase him and turn around with the Chain Frost. But XRG showing a good amount of restraint. Blue Frog. Gotta be careful here. X marks the spot. Could follow it up with the Torrent. Wave Fury coming off cooldown. The Torrent will not connect. Meanwhile, mid lane, Sniper's given up hope. He's given up the lane as well. He's moved into the jungle. And he's trying to find his face boots as soon as possible. Torrent, Sand King, walks right into it. Shondi walking in with the Blade Fury. No mana for the Omni Slash. Frost Blast onto the Kunkka. JMD. Their bundle lane still failed to take any crucial objective just yet, but I foresee them only grouping up after the Viper picks up an item, a utility item that's going to help his team out. I'd honestly like to see a Vanguard this game. a lot of sources of physical damage, from the Juggernaut to the Sniper. That's honestly the real bulk of the damage coming out from XRG. Kunkka trying to cut off the Sand King. No. Just moving back towards the score here. Yeah, so a lot of sources of physical damage. A Crimson Guard wouldn't be too bad. And maybe follow that up with something like a Dragon Lance. There is one thing that JMD lacked to some extent. That's a core who excels at taking down towers. I'm going to get back to that. X marks the spot as well as the Torrent onto the Sand King. He's just going to turn around. The Butter Strike is there before Zephyto can drop the Lich. And Zephyto will indeed go down. Zeus on the hunt for more. Looking to cut them off, but Kunkka TP'd out of there. Mamacita with the killing spree. Yeah, so JMD don't have the best cores when it comes to hitting towers. They're going to rely heavily on the Mars Serpent Wards coming out from Artista on the Shaman. They haven't got something like a TA or a Drow, but I'm going to come back to that once more because QWE is being controlled. Hex, Shackles, Nino enrages himself, now wants the Kunkka, who's been lifted up into the air, tossed back into the cogs. Can the Ursa get a kill? Indeed he can, but there's a lot of bounty on his head. It's a killing spree. The Assassinate comes in from afar. The Torrent being thrown out. Nino dodges it. Shrapnel trying to bring it down, and he gets off with the sliver of HP. It's Artista who tanks the gang and keeps the score alive. While all of this is space for the Sand King and the Lich to apply some pressure. So that was the rotation coming up from XRG, which resulted in a support kill and them losing the safe lane tower. The lanes have gone from bad to worse, pressure being applied in the mid lane as well. And XRG are going to need a lot of levels before they can fight. Most crucially, level 6 on the Kunkka. But who am I kidding? Mid lane, Clockwork's gone in. He takes the Viper Strike. The cogs are there with the Torrent, but Mamacita standing strong. He's got the Ring of Regen. He's got 9 stick charges as well. It seems to be that Mamacita might indeed go down, but here comes Zeus with the Butter Strike onto Gondi. Then he follow-up damage coming out from JMD. Ursa claps the ground, slams it hard, but doesn't connect on anyone. Lich coming in with the long wraparound. He's got the Chain Frost, wants to go in. Meanwhile, Ursa dropping really low. The Enrage keeping him alive. Here comes the Lich. Chain Frost bouncing onto the Kunkka, but the creeps are too far off. He can sacrifice a creep, but he's instead trying to bring him down with just the right clicks. He's still got the Haste Rune. He's chasing up the high ground. Blue Frog dropping low. One more auto attack from the Lich, but the Haste wears off. Rubik from the low ground lifts up the Lich, and this is going to be his death. Daya indeed, and Artista with the lockdown make sure that JMD get another kill. Maybe with the Mars Serpent Wards they could drop them, get an early tier 1 and put an end to Gondi's laning phase. Actually, who am I kidding? Gondi's laning phase ended at the 4-minute mark. It pretty much ended in the draft when he had to go up against a Viper. Anyhow, JMD just completing the formalities, grouping up around this mid tower. While Zeus and Artista on the hunt. QWE needs to be careful. He's got the hook shot, but I don't think he's going to get out of this alive. The shackles are there coming up from Artista, but is the damage available? Zeus hasn't got a point in the epicenter. QWE wants to turn this. Artista could commit with the Serpent Wards if he wants to, but the battery assault is there, and with the Torrent they get the kill. But here comes the Viper with the Viper Strike. Will indeed bring down Zephyto. QWE will fall. The boat is there. The boat manages to bring down the Sand King. It's a 2-for-2 exchange, and maybe JMD overstayed the welcome. I mean, at this point, you got to account for comeback gold. And Shondi walks in with the Omni Slash. Still not enough damage. The Assassinate, though, will seal the deal. And the last bit of damage coming out from Blade Fury. Make sure that Shondi puts an end to an unstoppable streak. 740 gold going into his pocket. JMD getting reckless. And losing focus for a minute there. But it was he's moved into the Rush Pit. Got the early ages. He's got a Vladimir's offering. Rubik did try to lift him and toss him right back. Viper going for the 4-staff. I kind of like this. It's going to... I mean, a lot of people are critical when cores get the Dragon Lance instead of the 4-staff first, but in a game when you're winning and you're looking to take fights continuously, the 4-staff is going to give you a lot more. Sure, the Dragon Lance has a lot of stats, but a little bit of extra maneuverability in fights is all you need as a Viper at this point. He's got the Midas as well, so he's going to have his Dragon Lance coming up rather soon. 400, 450 gold away from it. Meanwhile, the JMD supports deep in the Radiant jungle. Artista still to drop those Mars Serpent wards. The mid-tier one's fallen. And Sniper doesn't feel comfortable sitting in his lane without a Kunkka and a Rubik to babysit him. The scan comes out from JMD, it doesn't connect on anyone. Zeus' smoke pops, he jumps in with the blink, moves onto the Sniper, but an immediate torrent and a bow to get the Sand King out of there. And now the controlling Artista. X marks the spot, he could be pulled back. Here comes the Lich, Frost Blast onto Zafito. They want to bring down the Rubik. Zeus comes in with the Butter Strike. There should be a kill. The torrent might clip with Zeus, but they don't really care. They've got the Rubik and they've got sustain. Earn charges galore on Artista. And maybe with the Mars Serpent mods, they could take in early tier 2. XRG. I don't know how they come back into this. It's going to take a wonderful torrent and board for them to win the team fight. That's their strongest team fight at this point, and maybe Rubik stealing a couple of spells. Mamacita, he puts himself in this mid lane. Clockwork not feeling too confident about going in. Kunkka still holding on for that both. The torrent is not going to connect. The tier 2 dropping low. And it will indeed fall. I like what Chondi is doing. This is honestly the best thing he can do at this point. Split push. But Zeus wants to put an end to this. He's got Blade Fury TP and they have nothing to cancel it. Chondi is out of there. Artista did try to come in and do a little bit of damage. But he won't succeed. Meanwhile, they lose the tier 2 in the mid lane. Chondi looks like he's building into what seems to be Silver Edge eventually. That's good versus the Viper, takes away Nether Toxin as well as the Corrosive Skin. And maybe that makes the Viper a little easier to bring down. If you start out with the break coming up from the Silver Edge and follow it up with a quick boat and a torrent, you could possibly get a kill. Speaking of getting kills, QWE, he's a man on a mission, he's found the Lich. Might be able to bring him down, and with the torrent, Blue Frog secures the kill. Did they get out scot-free is the question though. Mino jumps in, he wants the Clockwork. No hook shot for a bit, no TP on this Clockwork either. He's going to hope to get his cogs off and push the Ulsta back, but Mamacita's here. A boat is coming in into the Dire Shrine. It will connect on Mamacita, but the Viper Strike is there. They've got control with the Hex and the Shackles. QWE will be punished for that deep move coming out from him. Zeus has got his Blink Dagger up and going. Looks like he's building into the Yules. It's going to be nice. It's going to allow him to dodge a little bit of the Omni Slash. And in addition to that, he can make sure that he doesn't get controlled by the X Master spot along with the Torrent. You know, what's he looking for next? Looks like it's going to be a Skull Basher to start out with and maybe a BKB somewhere down the line. These are just utility items in general on the Shaman. Lich, are we seeing a mech or a pipe or any... Hey, hold on, mid lane, Blue Frog as well as the Juggernaut teaming up. They bring down the Lich and Omni Slash was committed. These small kills every now and then are how XRG could get back into this game. But with Chondi being slowed down with the Viper Strike, it's not ideal. Zafito manages to steal the Viper Strike. Is he going to turn it around? Hold on, there's another fight breaking out near the Radiant Shrine. It's QWE who shot it in aggressively and ended up going down instead. The good news for XRG is that the Juggernaut got out safely. The not so good news is that Blue Frog might end up going down. Zeus on the Sand King. Hold on. He's changed targets. He sees Gandhi in the mid lane. But Artista too slow. Not able to close the gap and get the lockdown necessary to bring down the Sniper. But yeah, these small kills that the Juggernaut is finding every now and then are XRG's way back into the game. And now he's got the Shadow Blade. He might be a little starved for mana, but this is at the way he's going to ensure that JMD should lose the support in fights. In all likeliness, the Shaman. What I'd really like to see JMD do is once they recognize the fact that Juggernaut's got the Shadow Blade, maybe just walk around with a little bit of detection and continue to take objectives while grouping up his 5. And Chondi though, he needs to make the most of this. He needs to find these quick-offs. But how do you? When JMD are grouped up, there's no easy way to find a kill and get out. The Radiant jungle, full of observer wards. You've even got this deep observer behind the tier 2 in the top lane. This is picture perfect map control coming out from JMD. While if you take a look at Radiant Vision, it's only this one camp that the Juggernaut's farming. That's all XRG is seeing on the map right now. It's a very dark map to them. Shawnee is TP out cooldown, so he doesn't have the Blade Fury TP to get out. But yeah, he's keeping his distance. He's got the Shadow Blade as well. Not sure if they spotted it out yet. The Shadow Blade. Oh yeah, Atisha's got sentries and dust. And looks like he's building into a Blink Dagger. Honestly, I wouldn't mind the Ghost Scepter even. But the Blink is nice as well. Mino, all by himself. Shondi on the hunt with the Shadow Blade. It's wearing off in a bit though. Yeah, he's just going to run safely to a shrine and into his own jungle. QWE hasn't got much farm, 21 minutes in. Got the 4-star recipe. Yeah, but you hookshot cogs and 4 stuff out, and then what? Maybe Blue Frog throws the torrent in the boat, but that's only going to secure you a kill on maybe the Shaman at this point. I don't think the Sand King's going to die either. Maybe he might. XRG, this is the time to strike if anything. I mean, the Juggernaut has a Shadow Blade, JMD if they can break, they're probably waiting for the next ages. You ideally want to try and find a pick off now. The Clockwork scouting with his rockets, not very effective though. Nino and Zeus waiting patiently. Gandhi's got the Dragon Lance, he's got that little bit of range, he's trying to build into that Maelstrom. It's going to be a while before it comes online. Shondi cutting the creep wave, buying time. Net worth, it's a 10,000 lead in favor of JMD. They are the team with the definitive lead for the moment. Question is, can they close the game? Do they have what it takes to go high ground? Maybe with the Mars Open Boards they do, but they're still going to need a couple of kills before they do so. If JMD get too hasty and end up losing a team fight, it wouldn't be the best of starts for them. I mean, losing a team fight now is giving a lot of comeback goal to XRG, and that buys you a lot of time. Zeus waiting on the sidelines. Zapito goes in. What does he steal? I'm not even sure. Mino jumps in. There's the Butter Strike with the epicenter. They've got the Rubik. They should get the kill, but Zeus will pay with his life here. The boat clips in. QWE with the hook shot. The Assassinate makes sure that the Sand King will die, but QWE is being controlled. The Torrent is there. It doesn't connect on anyone. It's an off-planer for an off-planer. But look at this. Shondi. He's just keeping the split push going. Artista, does he have the detection? Does he have a blink? No, he doesn't. Looks like he's going for the 4-star. So ideally XRG want as much vision as possible around the Rosh pit, because Rosh is up, and if you do manage to find a pick off or even successfully contest Roshan with that vision advantage, you could possibly find a way back into this game. Shondi. He's got the Omni Slash, but he wants the bigger target. The bigger target is Mamacita on the Viper, who's possibly strayed too far, but do they have enough to bring him down? X marks the spot along with the Torrent, the boat to follow up. Omni Slash Pink Road. Viper gets a little bit of his own Viper Strike, and for good measures, Zapito steals it once more. The rocket is there. They do have vision and say my name. Clockwork, as he had the range with the hook shot. Doesn't seem like it. It's only a level 2 hook shot. So the kill on the Viper was nice. 572 gold going the way of the Kunkka. XRG fighting hard to stay relevant in this game, and a lot of it is on the back of the Juggernaut, who's getting closer and closer to Silver Edge, and then that Viper's not so much of a nuisance anymore. Got the ultimate up just means the recipe. Well, I think Silver Edge. He's going for the Manta style. My bad. So Manta style doesn't dispel Viper Strike. That's not going to be the reason why. I'd much rather see a Silver Edge, honestly. Anywho, JMD. They probably know that Roshan is up by this point. Shandi's picked up the ultimate orb. He's going to Blade Fury and clear this creep wave, and yeah. I mean, at best, the Manta style takes so it's up a little bit of chain crush bounces. It's actually worse because you have a target right next to you, which is only going to ensure that if you're not microing your illusions effectively, you take a little bit more damage from the chain crush. Honestly, I'd much rather see the Silver Edge, but maybe you know something that I don't. It's always a lot easier to make these calls from the comfort of your monitor while spectating a game. Anyhow, JMD, they are grouping up. The Ursa's got the Skull Basher. He's getting closer and closer to his DKD, which is what I'd like to see JMD wait for. And maybe even get the next Roshan, which does have cheese available. This is Roshan number 2. So JMD would get cheese as well, and that's going to really help the Viper out a fair bit. Shondi gone for the Manta style indeed. The Shadow Blade. I honestly wonder now if the Shadow Blade was the right item after all. Artista could check the pit, but instead he's moving with the Invis rune. He won Shondi. Shondi with the TP. Artista went up to the high ground, missed them altogether. JMD giving space and time, and Gondi making the most of it. He's completed his Maelstrom. He's building into a Hurricane Pike. And this is going to make things harder for JMD when it comes to going high ground. JMD just extending the lead for now. But all of this is time for the Sniper and the Juggernaut to farm. So with both the Viper Strike as well as the Fury Swipes, I mean, being spells or skills that can't be dispelled, I'm really not a fan of this Manta style at this point. What are you hoping for? To dodge or Butter Strike? It's going to take some insane skills. I mean, the stats are good, the movement speed from the Yasha is good, but honestly, even a Silver Edge would serve a similar purpose at this point. For JMD, they've managed to take down Roshan. Aegis on the Ursa, while Cheese is with the Viper. I think they have an inkling of where Shondi is. Zeus. Okay. Shondi just walks past them and goes for the creep wave. He's being a pest at this point. But are JMD going to be reactive though? Or are they just going to march down main and force the issue versus XRG? Creep wave pushing in the mid lane. Lich has a 4-star. Got detection as well with the dust. And I say his name and he disconnects. "28 minutes in. It's a 13k net worth advantage in favor of JMD. I see this net worth graph, and someone who's as horrible as me in drawing, but it's really easy to do, right? It's just like one straight line going down. But can JMD finish though is the question. Can they go high ground? It's quite doable. I'd like to see the Sand King be a little bit more patient with his epicenter and maybe line up a good 2-3 man Butter Strike. Then you've got Viper jumping in on a target. Maybe the Rubik bring him down quite easily. I'm also going to drop down buyback because high ground is on the cards to JMD, so XRG might need buyback if they want to hold on. And right now only the Sniper has buyback. The Juggernaut is short of it by 234 gold, and he's bumped into an old friend in the form of the Sand King in the jungle. I don't think Shondi gets this kill. Zeus does have the Yule Scepter and the Sandstorm. Sometimes even all chat is NSFW. Okay. So TI is starting in a bit, and apparently Clockwork wants his team to finish fast so that they can go catch TI. Yeah, I think the secret execration game doesn't start until a bit. The first game of damn, which game is it? It isn't the EG game either. It's the other one. So yeah, the first game is Liquid versus IG. Can Old Man Burning do it? Can he ever get his hands on the Aegis? I don't know. You know what? We have some time, so I'm just going to quickly look at my predictions to share them with you. They do not amount to much, but why not? I have an unclaimed reward. Compendium bracket. Liquid IG, my bets on Liquid, EG, newbie. I think EG should take it. I mean, they do have a tendency to drop to the lower bracket and come up from all the way down there. But yeah, my bets on EG. LFI TNC, I love TNC. They play with a lot of heart and spirit. Cuckoo's a nut job. I mean, he goes cuckoo most of the time, true to his name. But I think LFI should take that one. LGD versus VP. This is tricky. I mean, is it the same patch where VP used to dominate left, right, and center and end games in 15 to 30 minutes? But which is solely the reason I think LGD are going to take this. And then when we have the LGD versus LFY in the next upper bracket round, one of the Chinese teams is going to drop to the lower bracket. So I think we're pretty much going to see one Western team in the finals. It's going to take to not see a Western team, okay, yeah, the possibility still exists. But yeah, I want to bet that we're either going to see Liquid or EG move up to the grand finals purely through the upper bracket. The lower bracket, though, that's okay. The game's back. We can jump back into the game. Zeus quick with the Butter Strike onto Shondi. Shondi with the Shadow Blade gets the hell out of there. Meanwhile, back to this game is JMD pushing down the mid lane with a 13k net worth advantage. Mamacita though, the Viper, what's he got? He's got the Sanjan Yasha, he's got that ice armor as well. It's going to be a nuisance for the Juggernaut or the Sniper to try and bring him down purely by physical damage. And QWE, he's gotten a little bit ahead of himself. The Shackles from a mile. It doesn't matter. Mino gets the kill. He's unstoppable on the Ursa. And with that Aegis, he's not going to be losing a streak anytime soon. All lanes pushing in while Shawnee is trying to cut the creep wave. But the two creep waves already pushing down the bottom lane. T-Star with the 4-star drops the ward. Immediate D-ward by Zafito. Supports having their own little duels here. Torrent, X-Master spot from Blue Frog. The mass weapon wards have been committed. The creep wave's fallen. And there's only one more creep wave coming for JMD in the bottom lane. They should aim to get the tier 3 before that. The fortification's been popped. Zafito's trying to keep the creep wave busy. Zeus jumps in with the Butter Strike. JMD seems they want to fight this. The Fito could turn in with a butter strike of his own, but the Q's is there from Zeus. He's going to make sure that he dodges the board. Shondi runs in with the Shadow Blade, wants Mamacita. Mamacita pops the cheese, thanks the Omni Slash. Shondi's done nothing, and now he's being controlled with the Viper Strike. The 4 staffs are there. The Chain Frost from a mile downtown manages to connect on XRG, and Nino jumps in with the BKB, brings down the Clockwork, moves on to the Juggernaut, pops the Enrage, and runs right back. Artista goes in with the Shackles, and this should be his death. Yeah, this is his death. He got a little bit too carried away. But JMD didn't lose the Aegis, didn't lose the cheese, and they did manage to get a tier 3 tower. Probably going to wait for the Shaman and the Sand King to respawn and group up and go again. So they're waiting on the high ground, hoping for someone from the side of JMD, from the side of XRG to push out the creep there. And that's when they probably try and look for a quick pick-off. Nino, his BKB did arrive in time. And right now XRG have no answers to deal with those. Say my name, he's getting closer and closer to his Glimmer Cape. Things are looking problematic right now for XRG. Say my name. I mean, that was Juggernaut committing an entire Omni Slash, and they still couldn't bring down the Viper. Of course, having the cheese did help JMD's cause there. Mamacita sitting with a lot of gold, while Mino and Zeus prep for the kill on the top lane. Shondi going for the Blade Fury TP, but Mino's there with the Skull Basher. What was that Butter Strike? It doesn't matter. Artista is there to make sure that they control the Juggernaut and bring him down. Meanwhile, QWE 4-staff side aggressively sent probably by the Kunga, does get 4-staff number 2 off, and he's got Mamacita in the cogs. Mamacita should probably turn to fight this, but the torrent was there and he's sitting on a lot of unreliable goals, so he just wants to turn back. Boat coming in, Mamacita is probably going to get hit by the boat, but the last minute Hurricane Pike makes sure that he survives. And 3 heroes move to try and bring down the Viper, and they miserably fail. Artista drops the Serpent Wards. The Aegis has timed out. Zeus goes in with the Bull Strike onto Zapito. 4 stars keeping XRG alive from now. Nino pops the BKB. He wants to bring down Zapito. Do they have detection? It looks like they do. Zeus is far, but he might just get the kill before he goes down. Being controlled by the X marks the spot, but he's got the Yule, stays alive. QWE goes in, but Zeus fast with the blink, manages to blink out of there. The Mass Serpent Wards have fallen. The tier 3 hasn't. JMD going high ground, looking harder and harder from them at this point. Viper's got a lot of gold. The question is, what did he spend it on? Okay, he's gone for a heart. So he can go in, tank a whole lot of damage and just get out of them. The Ursa 4k gold. I'd really like to see him complete the Abyssal that allows him to pretty much just jump on anyone and bring them down. Although right now he's out of position. He hasn't got the BKB, no Aegis to work with. Pops the Enrage. Back up, is it on its way? Mino being controlled in the cogs. The Omni Slash bouncing between the creeps. He's staying alive through all of this. No assassinate just yet. The hook shot will miss. And now Blue Frog's gone up the high ground. The Chain Frost is there. It's bouncing between 2. Make that 3. That's a lot of ice creep coming out from the Lich. But here comes Zeus with the epicenter. Pushed up to the cliff by the cogs. But in the end, Shondi manages to bring down the Lich. Zeus trapped in the cogs in the sandstorm. Artista comes in with the nuke, manages to bring down the Clockwork, but Sand King will fall as well. Mino wants to go back in. He sees the sniper, but a quick glimmer cape might just keep the sniper alive. A Hex onto the Juggernaut. Mino standing through it all with the Enrage. Where's the Viper? The Viper is just up there. He's pushing out the lane. He's taken tracks. They did lose the Ursa Warrior, but only to the neutral creeps. I think that was a worthy trade. They managed to get the melee barracks bottom. They lost 4 though. XRG, can they hold on to this game? Maybe a little while longer and the sniper becomes a force you can't deal with. XRG are doing a fine job right now, however. With all those 4 staffs and glimmer capes, they're making sure that the curse stay alive a little bit longer. And maybe, just maybe, JMD need to invest in Gem. to make sure that they can close this game. They've got certain wards off cooldown. Mino is going for the Ags. Huh. So that's gonna remove debuffs immediately if need be. Guess he can take away the board, if I'm not mistaken. The stun coming out from the board and even the torrent. Mamacita building into that butterfly. Shandi's got the defusal complete and now he's going for the silver edge. So he does have reasonably decent solo pickoff potential. He's getting closer and closer to his Ag Scepter, but he's out of position. X marks the spot, Torrent as well. He does have the use, but they've got detection. He can't hide in the sandstorm. He's surrounded by 3. QWE even drops the hook shot. They committed the boat as well. It doesn't matter. XRG got the kill they were looking for. While Shandi could turn around and bring down the Lich, who drops the sentry, takes the Omni Slash, and does end up going down. Artista though, with the control, got the shackles, dropped the Mass Serpent wards, and you got Mino coming in with the Arcane Rook. This should be an easy kill on the core. I mean, Shondi brought down the Lich, but he gave away a spree and ended up going down. So he's got buyback, but these aren't the best of trades at the 36-minute mark. I would have liked to see him Blade Fury TP out of there immediately after killing the Lich, but he hung around for a bit, and Artista at the right place at the right time manages to secure the kill. He's getting closer and closer to his Ag Scepter, so you get that split shot from the Serpent wards. Also get reduced cooldown if I'm not mistaken. JMD though, they've had enough. They're grouping up. Zeus is respawning in a bit. Roshan is not going to be up for a while. He's going to respawn in a minute or so. Mamacita focusing on the tower. X marks the spot. Sniper trying to do his best. I mean, if they had the silver edge now, it'd be wonderful. QWE overcomes with a hook shot, but the force staff is there. Mamacita stays alive. He's gonna quickly regen and get back into the fight with that heart. And look at that regen. It's like Tranquil Boots on steroids. And yeah, round 2. XRG. They've not got the big spells in QWE. He's got a little carried away. He's in control of the cogs. Mamacita though from the high ground, not managing to complete that kill. Gondi though elsewhere, brought down by Mino. Mino looking for QWE. The shrine is there, but JMD don't care. Ursa being controlled with the X-Marks spot and the Torrent. The Glimmer Cape is going to make sure that he takes less damage to stay alive. Shondi walking in, he's not got the silver edge just yet. He's burning through Viper's mana. The Chain Frost is there, he's going to jump between all of them. The epicenter of absolute waste. Shondi just pops the Blade Fury and gets the hell out of there. Mamacita dropping low, boat coming in. This might be the death of the Viper. Indeed, it will be. QWE elsewhere jumps onto the Ulster. But Artisha's there from the high ground with the shackles and with the Enrage. They might be able to bring him down. But he's being guided. That's a godlike streak being taken away. And Shondi's on the hunt for more. They know that Artisha's nearby. He just gets out of there by the skin of his teeth. JMD come, take the tier 3, but end up losing 3 in exchange. This did, of course, cost XRG the buyback on the sniper. And now when Shandi completes the silver edge, it's going to be all that more easier for XRG to bring down the Viper. Finally, tier 1's going to drop at 39 minutes in. Do they have enough time to sneak in Roshan on the side of XRG? Roshan is up. It's going to be painfully slow with the Juggernaut, but Zafito's got the stolen ice armor, and XRG are going to do as much work as possible with it. Sniper holding up the push in the top lane. He's holding on to his gold as well. Might be going for that MKB. Blue Frog. Okay. Then walk into the Sand King. Tier 1 and Tier 2 being taken down in the mid lane, and XRG is slowly clawing their way back into this game. Still think Mamacita needs something like a BKB though. And I guess it's about time somebody picks up a gem. or a little more detection. I mean, I can see why Artista is holding on to his goal because he's getting closer and closer to his axe, and that could make the real difference in the next push. If XRG managed to hold on once more, they could very easily come back and take this game away from JMD. Roshan is up. Zafito moves into the river to take that arcane rune. Gandhi with the double damage. Oh, Artista so close to his axe. Buy it. He didn't buy it. And Mamacita has taken the Omni Slash as well. But Mamacita moves up to his shrine. Pops it. They've only lost Artista. Here comes Mino. He's not got the Abyssal. He prioritized the axe and he's really regretting his decision at this point. But that would have been a kill on Shandi. Zeus, however, with the axe, the long range butter strike does nicely fuel up the Juggernaut. Juggernaut being controlled by QWE with the cogs onto to make sure that the Juggernaut stays alive a little while longer. Hookshot aggressively from QWE. The Chain Frost bouncing left and right. QWE being slowed down, controlled. Shandi's been brought down as well. Mino did manage to bring it down. And there's an immediate buyback coming out from the Juggernaut. Rubik with the butter strike, dueling out with the Lich, while elsewhere on the west side of the map, Mino does manage to bring down the sniper. QWE all by himself. He's straight too far. I guess he goes down here. X marks the spot is there, but there's a two-man butter strike as well. In fact, it's actually Mamacita who falls. Shandi does manage to bring the kill in his favor, and then looking for more. Sand King. Okay. Sand King gets out of there with the gem. 68 seconds with no Viper. The Juggernaut is still alive. If they march down the mid lane and force a buyback on the Viper, it could be huge. But instead they're going Roshan. Even got a Solar Crest complete on the Viper. Good on the Kunkka. What am I saying? Good itemization coming out from Blue Frog there. QWE thanks the gang. In fact, he's going to stay alive. The force staff keeping him alive. The old Batista goes in with the shackles. The battery assault immediately cancels it. They should try and bring down the clockwork as soon as possible. But the battery assault making sure that this shaman's life is miserable. QWE creating a lot of space. Wanted a hook shot out of there. Shandi didn't manage to take down the agent. He's got that silver edge. He moves on to Mino, but the Enrage soaks up most of the damage on the Omni Slash. However, the Shaman will fall. Here comes Zeus with the bottle strike that we've all been waiting for. Shandi trying to Blade Fury and get the hell out of there. Mino's on top of him. He's got the Skull Basher, but can he bring down the Juggernaut? Looks like he can't. JMD once again lose the Shaman. And if I'm not mistaken, Rubik did manage to steal the Mars Serpent Ward. He will go down though. He pops the Ghost Scepter at the very end. Mamacita with the Viper Strike. No mercy there. But what's important is that the Juggernaut managed to survive through all of this. JMD, they're going to march down mid and cut across to the top lane and take down Rax at the top lane. Buybacks are available on the Clockwork as well as the Kunkka. Sniper getting closer and closer to his MKB. Kunkka just buys back immediately. Clockwork respawning in a couple of seconds. And JMD, Roshan, or maybe keep another lane push. Network still strongly in their favor, but somehow XRG, just by the itemization and the play coming out from the two supports, as well as the Clockwork, keeping themselves in these fights. Rocket coming out from XRG. Are they going to contest? Shrapnel being thrown into the pit. Shondi's got the silver edge. He wants to bring down the Viper, moves in onto Mamacita. He's still not got the Omni Slash for 20 seconds. The boat is there. Shondi with the Blade Fury trying to control Artista, bring him down as soon as possible. He's just going to run out of there because QW is being caught in the cogs and they do have detection. They're finally going to bring down this pesky Clockwork, and with the shackles they indeed will. Zeus, however, goes in aggressively with the Butter Strike. Yule Scepter controls the Kunkka. This could be a dieback on the Kunkka, and indeed Blue Frog being controlled, being brought down with the shackles and the Viper's poison attack. Finally, they do manage to bring down the Kunkka. Shandi, the double damage, silver edge, trying to keep the creep space first. Not sure this is going to work really. I mean, the illusions aren't doing too bad with the double damage rune. It's a buyback on the Clockwork. 58 seconds with no Kunkka, while Shandi is just cutting across the mid lane aggressively. Got a fair amount of gold. Looks like he's thinking of upgrading his diffuser blade. QWE starts off with the cogs. Artista drops the support bot. So this is a little reckless actually, and with the sniper they could just bring them down. But look at this, Zeus with the butter strike ends up tanking the Omni Slash. They have vision that Sandstorm is not going to keep you alive. A BKB was committed, the wards were stolen, XRG still holding on somehow. They might just lose the Lich, and indeed they will. Mamacita, no mana to work with, Shoi's got the cheese. But JMD, they managed to take down the tier 3 and they're out of there. They lost the Lich, they lost the Sand King. They also lost the gem. They still got the cheese and the wipe and the Aegis and the Ursa. So ideally XRG should find a pick off quickly before the Lich and the Sand King respawn. This is their window of opportunity. And Gandhi still holding on to his buyback. I mean, he can complete that MKB if he wants to. But looks like he's switched tracks. He's queued up the Skadi in his quick fire. 46 minutes in, and although JMD have taken more objectives, I'm not going to completely rule XRG out of this game. I see why Gandhi feels like he needs that Skadi, but honestly, someone's gotta make an MKB on the side of XRG. Shondi, what's he got flying out to him? Okay, just sending the courier back to base. Blue Frog on the Kunkka with the invis zoom. Okay, so XRG had a small window where JMD was playing a 3 and they didn't do too much with it. And now JMD with the Master Open Wards and Aegis and Cheese are just going to march down mid, and this should be Rax. Unless somehow XRG managed to hold. Zeus, he sees Shund here. Yeah, tough luck. I mean, there was no way that was going to work, but he had to try. Mamacita's got the cheese. And Hurricane Pikes. So it's going to be really difficult for XRG to bring down the swiper, especially with evasion in the form of the butterfly. Sniper, he's gone this hybrid build. I mean, he's split between an MKB and a Skadi. I'd honestly much rather see the MKB, but I think it's too late. This small switch up in terms of items is really going to affect JMD. I mean XRG. They're going to struggle to bring down the Viper. Zapito did have the Serpent mods available. He's going to drop it. And the Juggernaut illusions of keeping the mid lane pushed out. QWE has the completed pipe. XRG is going to wait and try and do the most when the creeps come to the high ground. Zafito does have the wards coming off cooldown in a bit, but yeah, he's going to quickly lose the serpent wards. I mean the spell that he stole rather. Yeah, spell 3 is going to time out. Sniper still holding on to his gold. Doesn't feel the need to complete his MKB. He wants to hold on to his buyback. Makes sense, but he did have that opportunity earlier, and if he hadn't spent on that one stray ultimate op, he would have an MKB for now. Anyway, Gandhi goes in. The Silver Edge break is there. QWE moves in with the hook shot, holds him in place. They push him back with the cogs. He's got the cheese. He turns around. He takes the torrent. He's taking it all. Mamacita standing strong, but he might eventually fall. With the damage coming up from Gandhi, indeed he will. While meanwhile, in the mid lane, it's Mino and company who take Rax with the Master Serpent was. They threw everything on the Viper, while JMD managed to take a lane of Rax. And now the Chain Frost bouncing left, right, etc. Mino, eyes on the prize, takes the range barracks. 3-man Battle Strike comes out from Zeus, but they've got detection. Rubik with the stolen chain cross will make sure that the Sand King does end up going down. Artista being controlled by the X-Mountain spot, he pops the Glimmer Cape, but he's gonna die. One melee barracks is all that stands, and XRGs have lost the plot. They did get the Viper though. They're looking for more. Blue Frog goes in with the Torrent. Nah, it's not gonna connect on anyone. JMD, 20k net worth advantage in their favor. And with the next push coming out from them in a couple of seconds, 50 seconds to be precise, they could look to close this game once and for all. Sand Kings picked up the gem as well. So all those Glimmer Capes will no longer be a nuisance. Mamacita, it took 4 heroes to kill him. Yeah, pretty much 3 or 4. And while all of that was going on, JMD in the mid lane dropped the Serpent Wands and got the racks. So XRG are just marching down mid. This is probably going to be the last hurrah. It's going to take really reckless play coming out from JMD for them to lose this game. Oh, what the hell? Mino jumps in. What are you thinking? He's getting control. He pops the BKB. He's going to run out, but he can't. The cogs are there. Mamacita's here as well. And the chain cross stolen by the Rubik, bouncing between the peeps. Props XRG, they really tried. I'm not sure what Mino was trying though. That's the real question. Even with that reckless play coming up from JMD, XRG don't manage to punish it. And now JMD pop a smoke. Huh. All they have to do is push the creeps down the mid lane, but they popped a smoke. What objective are they looking for? What are they hoping to pick off? Are they? Okay. So they want to end with style points. They're actually going to try and find the kill in JMD's base. Okay. Radiant Courier ends up falling. No items on it. You got Mino pushing the wave in the mid lane while the smoke's dispelled. Okay, I thought we'd see one of those flashy smoke and move into their base and wrap around when they're not looking. But instead it's just going to group up. QW is going to cogs. This is honestly the best he can do at this point. Zeus, he can do much better. The Butter Strike will connect. QW is there with the quick hook shot. Stolen Chain Crush kind of slowing down Zeus, and Zeus will ultimately fall. Elsewhere, Mars Serpent Watch doing the thing. The racks had fallen. Silver Edge Break does manage to clip onto the Ursa. Shanti moving in, but the Shackles are there. They're controlling the Juggernaut. X as well. Chain Frost for good measure. It's a mega kill streak taken away. Juggernaut's not even fine back at this point. Mamacita dropping low will ultimately go down, but look at the Serpent Watch. Look at the damage they're doing. And the plays coming out from JB and its supports are ultimately going to be punished. XRG, they've lost 3 lanes of barracks. How are they going to hold on? All that remains in the throne, all that remains is the throne, but XRG is still fighting this one. Finally, Sniper's gone for that MKB, so that's going to help most of the Viper. And maybe with the Mjolnir they can clear the Mega Creeps, but it's a really tall ask. XRG were the ones who wanted to end this game quickly because TI was starting, but it looks like they want to keep fighting. So pretty much everyone has buyback at this point, other than the Rubik and the Clockwork. Zafito, I mean, he's been trying his level best here. He's stolen Chain Frost, Master Up and Watch, everything to try and win team fights for JMD. Juggernaut respawning in a bit. Sorry, did I say JMD? I meant XRG. These team names are so deceptively similar. I mean, you got Shanti and Gondi. How does one differentiate between them? It's like asking for trouble when your name's going to be called out. When I see these guys at the next slide, I'm going to tell them. Shanti and Gondi. It's like Loda and Soda. How can you tell the difference? It's a nuisance. And they're both cores. JMD, they've already spawned. They picked up any new items. They've got the Lotus Orb, which does remove the Silver Edge Brick, so that's going to be nice for the Viper. What's not going to be nice is that the Sniper does have an MKB, so that Butterfly doesn't amount to too much. And if Lich isn't at the right place at the right time with that Lotus Orb, Mamacita is going to be in a lot of trouble. JMD though, they're going to do this right. They're going for Roshan, while XRG are busy defending Mega Creeps. JMD is going to march down the middle lane. Oops, that was Sniper's Skadi on the way. That hurts, and that's 2 minutes 50 seconds where Gondi doesn't have his Skadi, and he's sitting on 7.5k gold, but he can't even buy any items. I mean, he could buy a Desolator if he wanted to. That's the only real item he could buy from his own base. I honestly don't think there's any point holding on to buyback at this point. Maybe an item could make all the difference. Clockwork has gone for the Vlads. What's Gondi gonna buy? What's Gondi gonna buy? Okay, he's just gonna sit on all that gold. I'm not even sure why they were 2-point boosters. Sniper, is he going to buy an item? He's just holding on to that gold. Mass up and what's being dropped. Artista with the shackles. Boat comes in. Artista eventually going to fall. Will fall indeed. It's Shondi who gets the kill. Rapito being chased down though. The Serpent was doing a whole lot of work. It's a big epicenter coming out from Zeus. But he was horribly out of position, and Mino being hexed up, being controlled. Can they kill this side? Looks like they can't. X marks the spot as well as the Torrent coming soon onto Mamacita. The break effect was there in the Viper. But if I'm not mistaken, it was quickly removed. They dropped the Solar Crest on him, but he turns around, brings down the Kunkka. And Kunkka buys back as well. Shondi trying to bring down the Viper. The chase is on, but Mamacita got the Hurricane Pike, pushes the Juggernaut away. Zafito comes in with the Butter Strike. They're controlling the Viper. The Blade Fury will do its work. But Mino is there. He wants his Juggernaut, but he's not got detection. The Glimmer Cape from the Rubik keeping him alive. Mamacita turns around. It's a 225 AoE Torrent. It's a 2-man Butter Strike. These supports on the side of XRG trying their hardest, trying their best. But ultimately the Rubik will fall. It's Mino who gets the kill. Gondi will fall as well. He buys back in a flurry. Mino wants to chase. He's got the enrage, but he's in control. X marks the spot as well as the Torrent coming soon. QWE moving into the trees with him. The Assassinate does its work. The throne is all that remains. Can XRG hold on? They won this Viper. 225 AoE Torrent. He doesn't even need to bring it back, but Mamacita's got the cheese. He's manning up. He wants to fight. QWE with the cogs. Creeps everywhere. Shondi with the Mjolnir active, trying to bring down Mamacita, but Mamacita has fought down the Kunkka. He's got the Hurricane Pike. He's staying alive through all of this. Dracarys will not fall today, and JMD might have just kicked XRG out of the game here. XRG, I mean, they're just having fun at this point. That fight lasted so long that JMD, they almost all ended up dying, and they're going to respawn as well. There's even a regen rune in the river. They're going to give it to Mamacita. I think they have the shrine for Zeus if need be.
Arms for the dead.
I mean, it's really hard as a Sand King as to when you try and make that big epicenter play, as to when you try and hit multiple Burrow Strikes over the course of a team fight. And it's honestly not as if that epicenter is what's going to make the difference in these team fights, is it? Sure, he's gone for that extra epicenter attack slow, but that's not going to make all the difference. But the lockdown coming up from a couple of Burrow Strikes would be really nice. And when you got an Axe on the Sand King, I'd like to see him attempt to do more with his Burrow Strikes. Mass up and what's being dropped. Artista this time wins here, like QWE and Artista having their own battle here. He did manage to get the shackles off, but the battery assault was there. Artista might ultimately go down. A chain cross committed from the Lich, trying to keep his fellow support alive. Elsewhere, Shondi, excuse me, yeah, that is Shondi. And that was Shondi before he was brought down. Mino gets the kill. The GG is out. This time from JMD though, and JMD Gaming. What a game. XRG made them work for it, but JMD Gaming opened their account in the ESL India Premiership with the victory. Anyway, folks, that's it as far as the Dota 2 broadcast is concerned for the day. My name is Vivek. You are watching the ESL India Premiership. Adios and good night.